Oh man, good morning. Welcome to Fish and Fly with Gus. I'm really excited about today. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a good adventure today. We're chasing some trout way up high in the mountains in the North Cascades. And I'm out of breath. I've been hiking maybe for already about 20 minutes, maybe put in a mile. I think we've got another 2 miles to go to get to this section of water that I believe is going to be full of large trout. This is the kind of country you absolutely might expect to encounter wildlife. A couple years ago, I saw a black bear up in this area, not more than a couple miles from where we are right now. When you're going off grid, I'm in the backcountry in the bush here, miles, 15 miles from any cell service or any resemblance of a quote unquote town, maybe 20 miles. So we're way out there. So let somebody know, a friend or family member, where you're going to be if you choose to venture out. You got to be safe in the woods if we want to continue to do this again tomorrow and the day after. I want to have fun, enjoy myself, and get through the day injury free, of course. Adventure on, as always. We found the spot on this trail that's closest to the river. Made it to the water. This is so cool. Look how beautiful this bluish color in the water comes from the glacier. Pretty rowdy country out here. Kind of what we're looking for. Nothing in the first hole. Let's see if we can find some fish upstream further. Let's go. Look how beautiful this first fish is. Nice, first fish, beautiful rainbow trout. The gear I'm using today, this is a Echo Ion, a 4-5 weight with a floating line. A custom made. I don't even know really the manufacturer of this rod. I got it at a pawn shop, to be honest, but it's a 5-6 weight, 9 foot. And we're using 9 foot knotless tapered leader, 3X, to an indicator, and about 3 feet to this little egg sucking leech. And then another foot down to this little worm. So pretty simple. It's our setup today. This is 9-pound test, so we can handle the weight of a fish pretty well. There's one. Wow. On the worm, man. Dang. Wow. Look at that, guys. How cool. Look at that fish. It's an absolute toad. Look at this beautiful fish. This is what we came for. Let's get a release on this beautiful fish. Wow, it doesn't get any better than that. We've been fishing for maybe 45 minutes. Got, I think, 3 small rainbow and then that really nice bull trout, probably about 20 inches. Wow, another gorgeous rainbow. This is maybe the largest of the day. Let's take a look at this beautiful rainbow. This thing's gorgeous. It's actually starting to rain. It hasn't rained in weeks and weeks and weeks, if not months, you know? So this rain will get into the water, flows all the way to the ocean, and it communicates to the anadromous fish like the salmon, the coho. They're stacked up in there, thousands and thousands, waiting for enough water in the rivers to start making their way up. This rain right here will be a catalyst, a trigger. It'll start moving a lot of fish around. So this is great. We're gonna have a little food, change up my rig, and put on a larger streamer. And I think we've got about 2 river miles to go downstream to reconnect with the trail. It's about 2 miles back to camp. What an adventure today has been. This is a really cool thing. These pink tags are all over the place. I don't know exactly who puts these up. I would guess it's a group of volunteers. And they have to travel a long ways to do this, but basically they're marking the fish nests, the fish redds. They're called redds, where they lay their eggs and the males fertilize their eggs and then they hatch and get little tiny eyeballs and turn into little fish. We call them fry, which becomes smolt. Well, this particular tag says BT 102522, so that's a bull trout red from last year in late October. So really cool. We avoid fishing reds. If there's fish actively nesting, we don't cast to those. That's cheating. We give the fish a break at least once a year. They really don't care too much about predators. They're so focused on laying their eggs and fertilizing their eggs and protecting their red. So we leave those fish alone. Super cool. It's a good fish, guys. Wow. About a 16, 17 incher for sure. Devour the streamer. Wow, that is so cool. everything above that confluence is the South Fork. That's the Middle Fork, and then down by where we're camped, the North Fork of this river comes in. So this is bringing more clear water, where the South Fork's more glaciated, which means that downstream from here now, as the two come together, it'll actually be a little more clear than it was with the addition of this ultra clear water. Anyway, stuff that trout bums get really excited about. Just some river trivia there. So this water right here looks juicy. Gonna throw the streamer in there and see what happens. Wow, this thing's giving me a heck of a fight. This is a good fish. Definitely 20 inch or close to it. Oh man, that was on camera. Hopefully we got that. Just a tank. That is what we came for, guys. Look at this beautiful bull trout right here. He is not happy about this. Looks to me like he swallowed that fly. Holy smokes. I'll try to get him over here on the bank where we can get him under control. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful fish. Holy smokes. He's a toad. Buddy. Beautiful. We're gonna walk you. Getting close to the end of the day here. Fishing's been awesome. Caught 4 or 5 bull trout, 4 or 5 rainbow trout. Just found this waterfall area with massive boulders and huge drops, plunge pools and small waterfalls. I don't know if you saw, but on the GoPro, there was at least 2 misses. These fish came and went for my streamer and just didn't grab the hook. Twice. I don't know if we can see that on the GoPro. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit so we can see that. But so last ditch effort of the day here. I'm going to mix it up. Instead of a streamer, I'm going to throw on 2 big nymphs under an indicator. I've heard it called a sloppy rig. This water's real turbulent. It's real deep. So we're going to try to get these heavy flies down under an indicator. Maybe, just maybe, 1 or 2 of those big fish that missed that streamer earlier will take this. Let's find out. Let's see if we can go get them. it just changes everything, you know, really opens up the forest. And as sad and devastating as wildfires are, there's also a much renewal, regeneration, rebirth out here in the forest. So many things just start growing like crazy after a wildfire. With that in mind, the only wildfires that are possibly good for the forest are the ones that are started by nature and not by man. So right now here in Western Washington, it's been extremely dry for the last couple of months. So the fire danger has been very high, a little bit less maybe lately. It's cooled down, and then today we got our first rain in a long time. God, there's so much fire. Mark over here. That's so wild. Really cool stuff. Look at this one here. It's been hollowed out. Sometimes a fire will burn from the inside out. And you never necessarily know that the fire's out for sure. Sometimes they can be burning from the inside. I've seen that happen. It's wild. This is my kind of sign right here. 95% of fishermen will only go a short distance from the car. So road closed to me just means more opportunity for off the beaten path, getting away from the fishing pressure. And wouldn't you know it, most times it's better fishing as a result. So thank you, U.S. Department of Agriculture. I appreciate you. Cheers to better fishing for me. Let's venture on. Back at camp here. Got the trusty Honda Ridgeline with 320,000 miles on it now. It was good enough last night just to sleep out under the trees here on the cot. Man, left at 8:30. It's about 5 o'clock. Put on at least 8 or 9 miles a day. Gonna eat some food, drink some coffee. Enjoy this evening to the fullest out here in the backcountry of the North Cascades.